Big-time stakes as we approach the end of the season. Bowl positioning, playoff spots, all on the table, but only if you find a way to win. Welcome to Commonwealth Stadium in Lexington, Kentucky, home of the Wildcats. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Auburn Tigers, taking on last year's national champion, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Kentucky ready to go toe weeks leather and start this game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers offense will get the football first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names, you know, brand versus brand, big-time baller versus big-time baller, trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He gets a block. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. So the Kentucky Wildcats offense has its first opportunity of the day. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him. But what a challenge this defense faces today.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's talk a little Kentucky. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. From the gun, running back gets the give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Thompson. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. And the Wildcats headed quickly to the line. Trying to pound it in. Touchdown, Wildcats! Great job by the back on the option. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
So here comes the Auburn offense. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Gives it on the option. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Tigers really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Leaves it with the back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Auburn sends out the punting unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in at the 25. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And off to Jones. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball. Here's the handoff. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. Trying play action. Under fire. Got his man to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that 1st down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. Second down, they'll go to the air. Complete to the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45. The Tigers are on the move. He'll try the left side. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off?
Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Completes it in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? To the air on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Wildcats! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. And if that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. From the gun, the ground game. Got the 1st down and more. Right down the gut of the field. Past the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Auburn offense. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point here.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Delivers the stiff arm. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. The give on the inside. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Bring in the heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down.
How about the effort by the running back? Great job. Listen, it's not an ideal situation, but when you get yourself backed up like that, and it's third in eternity, you put yourself in a bad situation. He almost climbed out of it single-handedly. Nice run, nice effort by the running back.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. East Carolina is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium. One of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to UCF. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when he'll take a deep shot here. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their head. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
The Wildcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Out of the shotgun on third down. Snagged out of the air. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. A first down for the offense. Wants to throw on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Kentucky going quickly. Gets it out quickly. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
For you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast. You're seeing it here.
And listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy.
Turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. Makes the grab on the left. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He wants to change this route. Looking to pass inside the red zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
You simply don't see that very often. A quarterback of this guy's caliber missing a guy wide open in the end zone. He makes those throws in his sleep.
So now it's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Quickly complete. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Touchdown, Kentucky! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Another another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Wildcats. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
He's racked up 92 yards on the ground, and he just continues to turn in productive performance after productive performance. That's how you lead the nation in rushing. Looking to throw on 1st down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters, and they get on fire, and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wildcats!
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Auburn offense. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Palmer. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Grabs it in the middle. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Got it in the middle. It's Hendricks. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Wants to go up top on first down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. He'll try to take it back at the 20. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Kentucky. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Rides the back on the option to give. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. To the air on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Man, a lot of ways to describe those first 2 quarters in Lexington, but let's just go with notable.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. Finds his man. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. And the Wildcats want to move quickly. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Quickly complete. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turn. The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Wildcats with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. This Kentucky offense doing work. They're set up with another 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man down the middle. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. Back to pass. It's complete. There to stop him at the 43, but he... against the sticks.
Complete some of these hitch throws early. Up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that, and then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Gonna look downfield again. They're working that left side. Here comes the hurry up. Second down, they'll go to the air. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that first down. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
It's definitely the wide receiver's job to create space, right? So whether you're running a go or you're running a hitch like this right here, I got to find a way to push off legally or just create a little bit of space to get some positive yards.
Hopefully that's not going to affect the quarterback's confidence going back to this guy later. That was a catch he should have made. He dropped it. Let's see what the QB does moving forward.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Caught. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. Kentucky now operating in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out fast. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch. Defense is backed up against the wall. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Wide out trying to get it in. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. And the Wildcats, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. He's looking to throw. Looking to get it in. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Kentucky!
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To the air. It's Agbana. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
Got enough for the first down. He now has 111 yards rushing. He continues to impress as he leads the nation in rushing. Might as well give it to him again. Spins away from the defense.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They worked that running game. the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
Kentucky right back to the line. Rides to back and leaves it. There he goes. Got some room in under the goal line. Touchdown, Wildcats. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give on the option. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Agbana. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man on the right. And he's down at the 41. That's a 1st down. Clock winds inside, a minute to play here in the 3rd. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Torres. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off play action. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And the timing just a hair off.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Trying to take it back. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Wildcats. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hendricks. He's able to sneak his way across the 20 and steps out at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. The give out of the gun. And they make the tackle, but it'll be enough for a 1st down, and we'll see if they get another play off here in the 3rd. One final play before the end of the quarter. Pocket breaking down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. We've reached the break, and Kentucky is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Here we go. Dropping back, it's Agbana. Hauls it in. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down. He wants to throw it. They've got the screen set up. Breaks into the open. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Tigers have this offense rolling. Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. It's Hendricks. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. And it's another 1st and 10 play. To the air on 1st down. Quarterback adapted. They make the stop right at the 30-yard line, but it's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Got his man quickly. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25. And the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. From the gun. Wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Turner. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. And the Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down. This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? Power ahead. Touchdown, Tigers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
I think it's a good sign for coaches to see that their team is still fighting. They're getting blown out in this game. Nothing has gone their offense's way. They've been outmatched. But here in the 4th quarter, you like to see guys competing. You like to see guys still trying to fight. Because as a coach, you want to know, next time you take the field, which guys you can depend on and what you can build off of.
Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity.
Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Inside the touchdown, Kentucky. Once he got some room, it was over. With that last score, things comfortable here in the 4th as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
So here comes the Auburn offense. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Fires to the big fella. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. To the air. It's Agbana. It's complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
That's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
And the Wildcats line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Menu narration option is set to off. Menu narration option is set to off.
Very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
Of 20. That's a first down for the offense.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.